Fake people gossip about everyone else. Real people mind their own business. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the online class of chapter Electrostatics. Today, let us study about permittivity and relative permittivity. It is very simple topic, but very important too. This is almost like density and relative density. Let us take two charges, Q1 and Q2. Let the distance between them be r. So, force on first body with respect to second body is equal to k q1 q2 divided by r square. And we have already studied k depends on medium. So, k is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon. So, force on first body with respect to second body is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon q1 q2 divided by r square, where epsilon is equal to permittivity of medium. This we have already studied. Now look in the relation. Force on first body with respect to second body is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon q1 q2 divided by r square. We can understand force is inversely proportional to epsilon. That means more is the value of epsilon, less is the force, and less is the value of epsilon, force is more. Epsilon means permittivity. And what it permits? It permits its own field and opposes the other field. I will give you an example to understand more about this. Let us suppose a king has 1000 soldiers. If an enemy enters in his area, obviously 1000 soldiers will oppose the enemies. So 1000 soldiers are the permittivity of medium. More permittivity, force due to charges will be less. Now if king has only 10 soldiers, force from enemies will be more. So less permittivity, more is the force. Now minimum permittivity is in free space or vacuum, or we can also call it as air. So permittivity is minimum in free space or vacuum or in air. So force is maximum in free space or vacuum. So we may write permittivity of free space or vacuum or air as epsilon naught. Here naught denotes the minimum value. And the value of epsilon naught is equal to 8.85 into 10 raised to power minus 12 coulomb square per Newton meter square. And this is the minimum value. So permittivity of any medium is always greater than permittivity of free space or vacuum. And therefore, force between charges will be maximum in free space or air. And if these charges are placed in any other medium, force will reduce. So force in any medium is always less than that is in free space or vacuum or air. So we know epsilon naught, that is permittivity of free space, is equal to 8.85 into 10 raised to power minus 12 coulomb square per Newton meter square. And permittivity of water is equal to approximately 7.12 into 10 raised to power minus 10 coulomb square per Newton meter square. So permittivity of water is more than that is of air. So force between charges in water is less than that is in air. Now permittivity of glass is approximately 3.01 into 10 raised to power minus 11 coulomb square per Newton meter square. So permittivity of glass is more than that of air. So you can understand that permittivity is minimum for free space or vacuum or air. There are so many mediums available. Different types of liquids are there, oils are there, different types of glasses are there. But how to learn all the values of permittivity? Need not learn all the values, just learn the value of permittivity of free space. That is epsilon naught is equal to 8.85 into 10 raised to power minus 12 coulomb square per Newton meter square. Now what about the permittivity of other medium? Usually during examination, particularly for numericals, they give the value or else at least they give relative permittivity. Now what is relative permittivity? Relative permittivity is equal to permittivity of medium divided by permittivity of air. That is epsilon naught. So relative permittivity means how much times more the permittivity of a medium is. So permittivity of a medium is equal to relative permittivity into epsilon naught. For example, if relative permittivity of glass is 81, find permittivity of glass. We know relative permittivity is equal to permittivity of medium divided by epsilon naught. So permittivity of glass is equal to relative permittivity into epsilon naught. Now we can easily find out the value, that is 81 multiplied by epsilon naught. So simple. So if permittivity of glass increases 81 times of that is in air, then the force will decrease 81 times because permittivity and force are inversely proportional. So force between two charges on glass is equal to force of those charges in air divided by 81. Still having doubt? We will understand it better by deriving it. We know force on air is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught multiplied by Q1 Q2 divided by R square. And force on any medium is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon in that particular medium multiplied by Q1 Q2 divided by R square. If we find the ratio of force on air to force on medium, then force on air divided by force due to medium is equal to 1 by 4 pi epsilon naught Q1 Q2 divided by R square divided by 1 by 4 pi epsilon into Q1 Q2 divided by R square. We can cancel 1 by 4 pi into Q1 Q2 divided by R square. Then we get the formula as force on air divided by force on medium is equal to permittivity of medium divided by permittivity of air. Now what is permittivity of medium divided by permittivity of air? That is relative permittivity. So force on air divided by force on medium is equal to relative permittivity, or force on medium is equal to force on air divided by relative permittivity. So if force on air is given and relative permittivity is given, we can easily find out force on a particular medium. So this is the end of today's class. If you try and fail, congratulations, most people won't even try. With this thought, let me conclude. Thank you. Have a great day. May God bless you all.